My name is Ted Lubin. I was born in Haiti and left the island a long time ago for university. But now, I live in Birmingham, UK. I visited at times but was rather busy traveling, working in different parts of the world. I never thought anything would ever change in Haiti. In fact, I knew she'd always be there for when I decided to go back, whenever that might be. Haiti was always the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, so Haitians always thought the situation couldn't get any worse. But it did. In the space of 35 seconds, everything changed. The earthquake which hit the country on the 12th of January 2010 destroyed much of the capital city, Port-au-Prince. It killed over 230,000 people, injured more than 300,000, and forced around 2.5 million into homelessness. Sadly and typically, more than a year later, we're back to inertia. People are still suffering, and the infrastructure is still decimated. Millions in aid have been pledged, but the funds have yet to make their way to the country, where the personal stories of devastation and loss are heartbreaking.
I was at school when it happened. I was sitting there doing my work, and I noticed that the chairs started to dance and everyone started to run out. I got up to follow them, but the ceiling collapsed on the top of us. I was trapped under the rubble, and I could see that many of the other students were dead. They died right away. Some of my friends were still alive, and we were talking, but I noticed that each time one would vomit, he or she would then die. This happened on Tuesday. At this point, there were 3 of us still alive in the room. That was Wednesday night. I think one of them tried to crawl out, but was not rescued, and the family of the other one came to get him. I was the only one left with the dead. Sometime later, my family came and they started to call my name. I was deep under the rubble. I heard my brother saying, "I am touching someone, is that you?" I said, "No, you must be touching a dead person." So he kept touching other bodies until I felt him touch me. I said, "Now you have me." At this point, I heard him step back and he started to cry because he could not help me. My left arm was caught between the legs of a dead body, and as I had been there for 3 days, it was already infected. There was a chair pressing on my head with another dead body on it. That day, the electricity came back, and my foot was on a naked wire, so I got electrocuted. But thank God, there were people around and they cut the wire quickly. By that time, it was Thursday morning, 8 o'clock. When they finally made their way through, they tried to pull the chair and the body that was on my head by tying a rope to the chair, but it was not budging. So they tied the other end to a car and pulled it out. They did the same thing with the dead body between whose legs my arm was caught. At this point, I felt a bit more comfortable, but I still could not crawl out, so they propped up the cement ceiling and lifted it a bit, and someone came down to me, put my body on top of his, and pulled himself out and rescued me.
Her foot is not healing, and it looks like they might have to amputate also. So, and she really felt very comfortable here, secured. And psychologically, it's not good to move her. So I just, I was trying to get another doctor to come see her, which with the German doctors, we're going to find a specialist to come look at her here so that we don't have to move her, because psychologically she's not ready to be moved, but she's gone a long way. She's been through a lot, so I'm just hoping that it's going to work out for her. So.
Marilyn had to be moved to another hospital and eventually to the United States, where sadly her left foot was also amputated. But she made a full recovery. Others were not as fortunate.
Donc c'était un enfant normal. C'était un enfant normal, il sortait du marché et puis il y a un pan de mur qui est tombé sur elle. Et depuis lors, elle est à ce stade-là.
C'est plutôt mental, non physique?
C'est probablement au niveau de neurones. C'est un cas neurologique. Il a eu 2 interventions, mais paraît-il que ça ne marche pas.
Comment le